Watch me! Watch me! I got it!
What's up, everybody? This is Batsman Fan, and this is episode 9. All these comics that we're going to look at today are ungraded, but there's some key comics, I believe. Most of these I've gotten within the last couple weeks or so. And then some of them are some that I got back a couple months back. But since I'm new to doing this is only my 9th episode, I figured I'd throw in some of those and get us rolling. But let's get rolling. I want to keep this as short as possible. I want to try to stay under the 15-minute mark. So the first comic we're going to look at is DC Showcase number 73 from 1968. The cover art is actually by Steve Ditko. This is the first appearance of the Creeper and the coming of the Creeper. I paid $17 shipped for this. It's in pretty good shape. I mean, it's got some teens, peens, deans, stuff like that. But I mean, all in all, I think it's in really good shape. I like it. It's the very first appearance of the Creeper. I don't have any information that the Creeper is going to be featured in any upcoming movie or anything like that. It's just he's a key villain, and I wanted to be able to get his very first appearance. And that is Showcase number 73. The next comic is Showcase number 75 from 1968. This cover art is by Steve Ditko as well. There's also an ad for Secret Six number 2 and Brave and the Bold 78 in this comic. But this is the first appearance of the Hawk and the Dove in prologue. It's like the table of contents. And I paid $16 for this comic. I also recently bought Hawk and Dove number 1 from the 1988 series. I paid $2 for that one. And this one has the original, the 1988 one that I'll show right now. And that's the one that I picked up at the store. That the original Dove has died at that point, and Dawn Granger takes over as Dove. That is her first appearance, I believe. There's an upcoming show on TNT called Titans that will feature this team up of Hawk and Dove. Not this one right here. This is the original very first appearance of Hawk and Dove, but the other one I flashed over to, the comic I picked up the other day, that will actually show that one in that Titans show. This one's in pretty good shape. You see some dings around the spine and stuff like that, but really I think it still displays well. Still looks really cool. I like it. The next one, I think this comic it's severely undervalued. I think it's going to continue to rise in price though. I paid $17.50 for this comic. It's in really nice shape. I would imagine this would grade out somewhere around, I feel comfortable in saying like 6 or 7 or somewhere in there. It could go higher, heck, I don't know. But that's where I feel comfortable saying that it would grade out at. It's hard to keep white covers clean, and this one's in pretty good shape. So that's She-Hulk number 1. That's her very first appearance and origin. The next comic. This comic got really hot a couple months ago. That's when I bought this comic. I bought it along with 3 other books. One of them was Savage Hulk, which is a little bit of a valuable book. Not super value, but it's valuable. And there was a couple other variants in that little haul. I spent $25 for that. There was 4 comics. Savage Hulk, Hulk number 1, which is the very first appearance of the Red Hulk, aka Thunderbolt Ross. But $25 got 3 other ones, and I'll flash to the 4 comics that I got right here. Okay, and we're up and rolling. I'm trying to roll, trying to do this, get information out fast. Look at this lovey-dovey. This is Mr. Miracle, number 1. This is from 1971. It's about an elite soldier named Scott Free who escapes Apocalypse and comes to Earth. He assumes the role of Mr. Miracle. It's inspired by the real world exploits of Jim Steranko, who was a magician and escape artist prior to his career in comics. I didn't know that. So by buying this comic, I was able to learn that Jim Steranko, which is, oh gosh, I love some of his art. He did a comic book cover for Batman that I got CGC Signature Series of, and it is a beautiful cover. I believe it's a Detective Comics. I'll flash in a copy of that right here. But it's a beautiful cover. I paid $36 for this shipped. It isn't really, I mean, I think it's in really good shape. I would have no hesitation about sending this one off for grading. It's not going to be a 9, but all the colors are very vivid. I think it would display really well. I'd have no problem seeing, how high I could get that graded. 6s or 7s, hopefully. This comic continues to skyrocket. This is Defenders number 28. It's the first full appearance of Starhawk. There's some possibility of being Star-Lord's dad in the movies. I bought this comic back in May, back whenever I first started hearing about all this. Bought it back in May for around $15. I can't remember if I featured this in another one of my videos or not, but it's still the same old story, the same old thing. He's still being looked at as being the possibility of being Star-Lord's dad. A couple spine ticks. But still, overall, for a comic that continues to soar, it's in pretty nice shape. This is just a throw in here. This is Giant Size Defenders number 1. Spine's not crushed on it. Really cool. It's a really cool cover too. Okay. This next one is part of 2 comics that I have. This is Captain America 359 and Captain America 360. This is the very first appearance of Crossbones. The cameo is in 359, and the first appearance is actually accredited to 360. I believe there's already been photos taken that he's going to be in the upcoming Captain America movie as one of the villains, Crossbones. Alright, this is Shazam number 1. I don't remember what I paid for this. I actually bought this, I think I bought this maybe like a year or so ago. So I got in way before there was even rumblings of a Shazam movie even being made. So that means I got it really cheap. It's a really cool cover. You see Superman over here. The spine is in really good shape on this one. This one is definitely a candidate for being CGC. As you can tell from some of my other videos, I love CGC comics. I think they display really well, and it just adds a lot of cool factor to the comics. Okay, this next little run of comics, I'm going to try to tie in a few different comics and relate them all back to one another, if you will. So this is my copy of X-Men 54. I had really hoped that Neil Adams had done at least some of the work on this. I was going to have him sign this back whenever he was in town. But unfortunately, he got into X-Men just a couple issues after this. But anyways, X-Men 54 is the first appearance of Alex Summers, a.k.a. Havoc. And it's also the first appearance of the Living Pharaoh. It's also got the origin of Angel in it. So, Alex Summers is the brother of Scott Summers, aka Cyclops. So here's where I'm fixing to start relating comics. My next comic, just got this in, is X-Men 107. This is the very first appearance of Starjammers. Now, this book came out in 1969. This book, it came out in 1977. This character that you see right here, right there, where my thumb is, his name is Corsair. I believe I'm pointing at the right character. Corsair. Corsair is the father of Cyclops, and Havoc. Havoc's not on the cover of this, I don't believe. I believe. So, okay. So you see the relation in between the two. Years later, they bring back Corsair, who is revealed to be the father of Alex and Scott. And my next comment is X-Men number 168 from 1983. So now we took a huge jump from 1969 to 1977. And now from 1977, we're jumping to 1983. This is the first appearance of the adult Madeline Pryor. This is, I believe, Madeline Pryor is the mother of Cable. And Cable's dad is Scott Summers, a.k.a. Cyclops. But anyways, this is Madeline Pryor, the mother of Cable. I believe that this will continue to gain steam as we approach a possibility of Cable appearance in a movie. Alright, now I'm going to get to some Batman books. I bought this one a while back before anything about the Suicide Squad got mentioned. I got lucky. I got in on the, quote unquote, it's always been a cool cover, but I got in on this one really early. This is Detective Comics 474. It's the first Deadshot since 1950. Grade. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all didn't expect that one to come up, did you? So, this is Batman number 251. It's an iconic cover. I believe this was sort of like a reintroduction of Joker back into the Batman storyline. It says right here, look how Gotham, the Joker's back in town. But this is just a classic Neil Adams cover. It's a classic cover, period. It is not a perfect comic by any means, but it is cool. It looks a little bit faded. I don't know that I've ever really had my hands on an actual Batman 251, but it appears that the colors might be a little bit faded on it. But I paid $49 for this. All right, my last comment. Batman 181. Very first appearance of Poison Ivy. Key comic. I don't need to go into a lot of explanations on this one. I paid less than $100 for this comic a couple months ago. It does have the number 10 wrote here. I don't like that. It's got a corner bend down here. Other than that, I mean, we're looking at we're still in there at that maybe that 4.5 to 5 range. And I'd be happy with that. This is one I'm definitely going to send it off to have it CGC. It's just a key book. It's a great cover. It's a Carmine Infantino cover. And it's the very first appearance of Poison Ivy. So, key comic. Glad I was able to pick it up for less than $100. Glad to have it. And to end my video, I'm going to show y'all an important case, if you will, that I've used so far to help me keep all my comics in. If I'm running around comic shop to comic shop or stop to stop, I found this to be very helpful. It's made by BCW. I don't work for BCW. I don't have any allegiance to BCW. It's just a good product. But it's made by BCW. I paid $15 for it. But it's called a comic book store folio, and it's 1.5. It says it holds up to 15 current or Silver Age comic books. I've also been able to put Golden Age comic books in there. But it's just secured by 2 Velcro straps. And then you can look right in there, and you've got comics. Comics like that. That's a Golden Age. Comics like that. Comics like that. That's Detective Comics 116, folks. So, anyways, love this case. Works out great for me. I haul it around all the time. It helps keep them safe too while you're running. You can throw this easy in like a backpack or any type of like a little satchel bag or man purse, whatever you want to call it. But it carries around really easy. All right. Thank you all very much. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I have some CGC comics coming in. So I'll be doing a video on those in the next couple of days. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.